Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Loose Powder Foundation. It has SPF 16 as well. That's kind of part of the name of it. There's 7 shades, I believe. They sent 7 shades. This was actually sent in PR. There's 7 shades. Most of them aren't for women of color. There's literally this shade and then 1 shade darker. Out of the ones that they sent me, I don't know if it goes darker than this. It's actually only 5 shades available on Ulta.com, so I'm not quite sure of the shade range, but for what they sent me, it's only 7 shades, and so this is the closest one that I'm going to be able to work with, and this one is in the shade Warm Honey. Just from looking online, I don't believe that this is a new foundation. I'm going to be trying this for the first time, but you might have heard of it. So this is how the foundation comes. It comes with a little applicator like this, so I'm assuming they want me to apply with this. I really don't want to. Just being honest, I really prefer using brushes, but I'm gonna go ahead and use that applicator just to see if it works well with how they want you to use it. So on the website, it says it's gentle, talc-free, paraben-free, and it gives you a smooth, buildable coverage to sheer to medium coverage. So you won't be able to get full coverage with this foundation. I typically think of powder foundations as something you just throw on and then you just go for errands throughout the day, not for like full coverage days. So this is pretty good that it's only like sheer to medium. So what I'm going to do is close the lid back up and I'm gonna dip it over so that I can get the powder out. Okay, that did nothing. Let me just pour it out. Okay, from pouring it in here, I actually had the feeling that this foundation was not gonna match me, but that looks pretty good. So because it's a powder foundation, I don't really have a whole lot of experience with powder foundations, so I feel better not priming my skin at all on one side of my face, which is what I've been doing. So I'm just going to dip the little applicator in here. Sorry if you guys are hearing this bird that's outside my window. He's making these small little sounds. I don't really know how I'm supposed to use this. Like, is it just supposed to buff it in or what? I'm gonna do half my face so you guys can kind of see a before and after. So far, the shade looks nice. Okay, so this is the side that I've applied it on. I feel like it looks really nice. The coverage is pretty medium. I would say you can still kind of see right here like my mark that I have on my cheek. So this is kind of like a before and after, and you can see that the powder foundation is very matte. It mattified my skin, so that's really good. I want to see how long it lasts, so I want to use a brush on this side just so I can see the difference on if I like the application better, because I don't really like this. I don't know, it's just like I don't feel like I'm really getting it in there. So I'm going to dip the brush in the powder, kind of tap it off, and work it on this side. It's definitely flying a lot more by using the brush. Feel like the side that I use this applicator on, like it's a spongy applicator. The side that I use this on is more full coverage, but well, it's not full coverage, but it's more coverage than the brush side. I'm having to build a lot more on the brush side. So I guess that's a difference in the 2 versions. But other than that, it still looks the same amount of matte. I actually like the way it looks. Like online, it has some pretty low stars. I don't know if that has to do with like the longevity of it, but so far it's nice. I mean, it has a matte finish. It seems like it's gonna be really good for humidity outside, but we will see because I haven't touched the humidity today. Actually, it was raining earlier, so it's pretty humid out there. I'm not gonna add any cream, concealer, or anything. What I'm gonna do is take this same powder foundation. I can do it right now on camera. I was just gonna take this same powder and go in with a smaller powder brush and just apply it closer underneath the eye so I can have some coverage underneath there. All right, and that's it. So that's all I'm gonna have underneath the eye. It covered really well. Don't even need concealer, but definitely if you do like to wear concealer just for a little extra coverage, which is what I normally like to do too, when you're dealing with powder foundation, you just wanna make sure you do it first before you apply the powder foundation, because you never want to put creams on top of powder. So definitely do that first. So I finished the rest of my makeup. I really didn't do much of any makeup. I just wanted to throw on something really quick. It is exactly 11 a.m. I'm going to keep on this foundation all day, or as long as I can. I really like the coverage of it. It looks like I put on like a full coverage foundation and I didn't. I like it. And it's really, really quick because I literally only put on the powder foundation and I just brought it higher up underneath the eyes. So it's one product and then I just add my bronzer, blush, highlight kind of thing. So it's super, super quick. And the shade is pretty perfect. It's extremely lightweight. I don't feel it on the skin and it doesn't look or feel powdery to where I feel like I need to add a setting spray. This is with no setting spray, no mist or anything, and it still looks pretty healthy of a finish. It doesn't look bad at all. I didn't use any setting powders or anything because this is a powder foundation, so I didn't feel like I needed it. I'm going to run a few errands today and I will check back in throughout the day just to show you how it looks, how it wears. Hopefully it stays as flawless as it is right now. I'm hoping. Ooh. Hey guys, so it is, let me get my watch together, 3:21 p.m. About 4.5 hours of the wear of this foundation. At about 2 o'clock, 2:15-ish, I started to get a little bit of light sheen all over my face, just kind of like the foundation was getting a little bit older because nothing else is really just going weird. Let me go in here so you guys can kind of see better. So this is what it's looking like. I don't look bad as far as oiliness. I'm just a little shiny just all over pretty much, and that's 4 hours in, and I didn't use any primers or anything, so I'm thinking it still looks good. I would really have wanted it to be a bit more matte at this point. It's not overly shiny or anything, as you guys can see, but I would just have liked it to be a little more matte at 4 hours in, just because it is a powder foundation. But I'm assuming if I do my full routine that I will be able to get a longer wear, like using primer and setting powder and all of that in the areas, then I probably would get a longer wear of it. But we will keep it on and we will see how it goes. Hey guys, it is 6:43 p.m. so it's been almost 8 hours, I guess, of me wearing the foundation. I am more oily than like my previous check-in at the I believe I checked in at the 4-hour mark. I'm losing track of time today. But in my previous check-in, it's definitely more oily. You can see next to my nose. On my forehead, it looks like it's very similar to the first check-in, but on both sides of my nose, it is just all over. So I feel like for a powder foundation, it did kind of get oily. Like I didn't remain super matte today, and I wasn't outside a whole lot. I mean, I did go to one place, but I wasn't outside a whole lot, so it definitely got kind of oily. But like I said, I think it might work a lot better with a setting powder and a primer, or maybe even just a mattifying primer. It might wear really well on top of that. I did do a flashback test and it has absolutely no flashback, both in a dark room and a regular lit room. No flashback, and I was super happy about that because it does have SPF, and while SPF doesn't automatically make it have flashback, just more so foundations with SPF have flashback, but not all the time is that the case. So I was really glad that this one does have SPF and doesn't have flashback, for all of you guys that appreciate having SPF in your foundation. So yeah, I think the foundation overall wore pretty well. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel before you leave, as well as thumbs up this video, and I promise I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.